Hey everyone, it's Eric Palmer _69, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a head-to-head battle between two icons of American muscle, the legendary Dodge Challenger and the formidable Dodge Charger. These two beasts often get compared. They're both Dodges, they're both powerful, and they both boast that aggressive, in-your-face styling. But believe me, there are some key differences between these two that might just surprise you. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. Alright, let's get down to business. When it comes to practicality, the Charger takes the crown. After all, it's a four-door sedan. This gives it a significant edge in everyday usability. The Charger comfortably seats up to 5 adults. And believe it or not, the rear seats are quite spacious, even for taller folks. And let's talk about trunk space. The Charger boasts a massive trunk that can easily handle luggage for a weekend trip or a big Costco haul. Now, the Challenger isn't exactly tight inside, but it's more of a personal coupe. Sure, it has a back seat, but it's best for smaller passengers or short trips. But let's be honest, practicality isn't always the main concern when it comes to muscle cars, right? Alright folks, let's dive into the sound showdown between the Dodge Challenger and the Dodge Charger. Because let's face it, a big part of owning a muscle car is that exhilarating engine roar. Both the Challenger and Charger offer a symphony of sound, especially with those powerful Hemi V8s. But there are some distinct differences in their acoustic personalities. The Challenger, with its classic coupe design, has a more raw and visceral exhaust note. It's the kind of sound that sends shivers down your spine and makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up. The Charger, with its refined sedan body, delivers a slightly more muted exhaust note, but don't be mistaken, it still packs plenty of rumble and growl when you hit the gas. Both cars come with a decent exhaust system, but let's be honest, you're going to want to upgrade that, right? Chapter 5. The history behind the Dodge Charger and Dodge Challenger. Alright folks, let's take a trip down memory lane and delve into the rich history of these two iconic muscle cars. First up, the Dodge Challenger. It all started back in 1969 when Dodge decided to take on the Ford Mustang and Chevrolet Camaro in the pony car market. And boy, did they come out swinging. The first-generation Challenger, with its aggressive styling and powerful engine options, was an instant hit. It became a legend on the streets and the track, cementing its place in automotive history. Now the Charger has a bit of a longer and more complex history. It actually predates the Challenger by a few years, with the first Charger debuting in 1966 as a fastback coupe, but it wasn't until 1968 that the Charger truly found its footing as a muscle car icon. Over the years, both the Challenger and Charger have gone through numerous iterations with periods of dormancy and triumphant returns. Chapter 6: Challenger versus Charger. Which one is more affordable to maintain? Let's dive into the costs of maintaining these muscle cars. These powerful machines can be a bit demanding on the wallet, especially when it comes to fuel and parts. Fortunately, both the Challenger and Charger are known for their reliability, particularly when compared to some European models. They feature robust platforms and tried-and-true powertrains, minimizing the risk of major mechanical issues. However, regular maintenance tasks like oil changes, brake pads, and tire rotations will cost more than they would for a typical sedan like a Toyota Camry. And in terms of fuel economy, neither the Challenger nor the Charger is particularly frugal, so expect higher fuel expenses. Chapter 7, Track Day, Dodge Challenger versus Dodge Charger, which is faster? Alright folks, it's time to answer the age-old question, which one is faster, the Challenger or the Charger? Now, on paper, both cars offer similar performance figures, especially when you start looking at the higher-end Hellcat models. But in the real world on the track, there are some subtle differences that can give one car an edge over the other. The Challenger, with its shorter wheelbase and more compact dimensions, tends to be slightly more nimble and agile through corners. It feels more eager to turn in and rotate, making it a blast to drive on a tight and twisty track. The Charger, on the other hand, with its longer wheelbase and more planted stance, offers more stability at high speeds and a more forgiving nature when pushing the limits. But here's the thing. Both cars are incredibly capable on the track, and the difference in lap times is likely to be minimal, especially in the hands of a skilled driver. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference. Whether you prefer the nimble and agile feel of the Challenger or the stable and forgiving nature of the Charger, both cars deliver an exhilarating driving experience. So, which one would you choose for your next track day adventure? Alright folks, let's dive into one of the most exciting aspects of owning a muscle car: the endless possibilities for customization and tuning. Whether you're a seasoned gearhead or a newbie, the thrill of transforming your ride is unmatched. Because let's face it, half the fun of owning one of these cars is making it your own, right? It's about putting your personal stamp on a piece of automotive history. And the good news is that both the Challenger and Charger have a massive aftermarket following, so the sky's the limit when it comes to mods. From performance enhancements to aesthetic upgrades, the options are virtually endless. Want to boost horsepower? No problem. There are supercharger kits, turbocharger kits, and even nitrous oxide systems available for both cars. These upgrades can turn your already powerful machine into a true beast on the road. Want to improve handling? Easy peasy. There are countless suspension upgrades, from lowering springs and sway bars to full-blown coilover systems. These modifications can make your car handle like it's on rails. And let's not forget about the aesthetics. You can find everything from custom grills and spoilers to wide-body kits that will make your car stand out from the crowd. The visual impact of these mods can be just as thrilling as the performance gains. Now, some people might argue that the Challenger has a slight edge in the modding world, simply because it's been around for longer and has a larger aftermarket following. But honestly, the difference is negligible. Both cars offer a fantastic platform for customization, and it really comes down to personal preference and what you want to achieve with your build. Alright folks, let's dive into resale value. Because let's face it, nobody wants a car that depreciates faster than a banana left out in the sun. The good news is that both the Challenger and Charger boast relatively strong resale values, especially when compared to other vehicles in their class. However, several factors can influence resale value, such as mileage, condition, and the model year. Generally, the Challenger tends to retain its value slightly better than the Charger. This is likely due to its iconic status as a classic muscle car and its enduring popularity among enthusiasts. Nonetheless, the Charger is no slouch in the resale value department either. Its practicality as a four-door sedan, combined with its muscle car performance, makes it a desirable used car for many buyers. Alright folks, let's dive into what it's like to live with these cars on a daily basis. Because, let's be honest, most people aren't taking their muscle cars to the track every weekend. The Charger stands out when it comes to everyday usability. Its four doors and spacious interior make it easy to get in and out of, with ample room for passengers and cargo. It's also surprisingly comfortable for a muscle car. offering a smooth ride and a well-insulated cabin. The Challenger, however, requires a bit more compromise as a daily driver. Its two doors and sloping roofline can make it a bit of a hassle to get in and out of, especially for rear passengers. But if you're willing to sacrifice a bit of practicality, the Challenger can be a rewarding daily driver. Its raw and visceral driving experience is something you just don't get in many other cars. So, there you have it folks, the Dodge Challenger and the Dodge Charger, two incredible muscle cars with their own unique personalities. The Challenger, the rebellious coupe, embraces the spirit of classic muscle, while the Charger, the sophisticated sedan, brings muscle car performance to the everyday driver. Ultimately, the choice between the two depends on your individual needs and priorities.